So I was inspired by Plum's thumbnail for the previous episode, which here it is on screen now for those who haven't seen it yet. And because of it, I've redesigned our Axolotls water slide one more time, which I think it now looks so much more colourful and vibrant. Vibrant and happy, just like with all of Plum's other artworks. Go check out her Ko-fi page for some more of her amazing artworks if you haven't already. Link is in the description. I've also finished off their Space Wars Aquarium too, and I'm really happy with how both of these builds have turned out. I do still have one more fairly big build that I want to create for our Axolotls, just to round off this whole water park project that we've been working on for them. But before we get started with that, I have now neglected these idiots for quite some time, so let's see what the builders are currently getting up to, and if they need my assistance with anything, which clearly they do. I seen that Ellison is working on a courier hut upgrade at the moment, and the fact that we're running all the way out here to the Civic District, I think it's to this Asian style courier hut, which we are nearly finished with. So I will let her get on with that, and we will go check up on Mariah, who is working on our library upgrade. I think the library is going up to level 2 at the moment, and it's right here. It's a fairly boring building, so apart from some bookshelves which I've seen for her, this really won't take too long for her to get it up. She mainly needs some sugarcane in, which I do have a sugarcane farm producing very little sugarcane, but right beside it we do have the plantation, and they should really be making us the sugarcane, which they are and aren't really here, but there's some more of it. I will just let them get on with it. I seen that Ashley had just upgraded her own builder's hut to level 4 fairly recently actually, and we do need to upgrade this to level 5 soon. But she is working on a guards tower upgrade at the moment, which again I'm very happy just letting her get on with that. Riley is also working on a guards tower upgrade just now. The rabbit hutch is clearly doing a fantastic job, and I believe that she is upgrading the Asian style guards tower. She is just awaiting in on one more brown carpet piece, and that's pretty much going to be her done with this. So clearly then, the two troublemakers are Jelia and Koa out here within the Civic District. It must be both of them who are requesting in so many items here on the open request list. Koa is upgrading our Civic District's warehouse to level 5, which is very important just to save some space, or create some space I should say. He is over halfway done with it, over 50% done, but will need the mechanic to learn the Ender chest recipe just so that he can complete this. It is definitely a pretty substantial upgrade that it has gotten here, which is nice. But yes, let's go quickly teach that recipe, then see what Jelia is up to. Well, the mechanic now knows how to make the Ender chest, but of course will require in some Ender pearls and a blaze rod in order to actually make it, and some obsidian, all of which we will need to go supply them with, which we will go do. That was Riley finishing off something there. Let's see what Jelia is currently getting up to then. She is upgrading a farm for us and is already 65% supplied, 33% done with it. The items on the open request list are for the stonemason and the sawmill, so we'll quickly head over to those builds, teach them those recipes, then maybe need to go to the end for some ender pearls. But afterwards, then let's get on with this project. Oh, the things I need to do for these idiots. So in addition to the water slide we've made for the axolotls, I also have another fun water idea to try out for them, which admittedly is very similar to the water slide, but will allow our axolotls to have a better view around the colony. We are basically going to make them a long, snaking water tunnel that runs all around the district, which will eventually look something like this, just sprawling its way all around the perimeter. That is the first segment of it then done, so let's get some water into it. Which I have no idea if our idiots are going to be able to do this for us, or if I will need to do it by hand. We will soon see. Let's change that over then to a water block. And I will get Ellison to do it for us, seeing as she's nearly done. Let's see if that's going to make a mess of this or not. She has picked up the decoration, which is good, and is immediately out here mining something. Right, that says to me that I haven't put this in right. Or maybe I have. Maybe I just had a additional block in there that I shouldn't have. Okay, that is really promising here actually. And that's her pretty much then finished with it. Excellent. Let's see then if an axolotl can go swim down it. So that is me away. And yeah, so far so good. They seem quite happy just swimming up and down it. Well, that is really pleasing to see, and I've even managed to escape from it. But we will get this going then around the entirety of the industry district. Then maybe some more. At least for today, just the industry one. What I will do now is just go around and put some of these glass pillars on the edges of where they're going to be, which are always mainly going to be basically here. And I believe that the gap it's going to leave will still be enough for our idiots to pass through. Maybe even allow me to place down some rails at some point, just to even speed them up. Well, what I'm going to do, just as a slight concept here, is go around all of the bits which I've already paved over, and we will put some pillars down on these parts, and we will essentially just make a closed loop all around the parts which I do already have paved. So we will have quite a lot of the road to go around here, but I think that might not be too bad of a starting point for this. I really do need to get the finger out and finish off the rest of the pavements around the place, but at least for today, I've got something to work with here. That is the concept for the water tunnel, now more or less complete here, and yeah, this took a stupid amount of time to do. But we have now managed to get the tunnel pretty much going through all of the paved road that we have, and yeah, let's not think too much more about it. Let's get some axolotls into it. I did see that our axolotls are really quite good at, and also really do seem to enjoy, swimming up some waterfalls that we have made for them. So within the Space Wars Aquarium, I have made another little waterfall that goes up and into our water tunnel here, with the idea of the axolotl being able to then swim up into it and then into the tunnel itself. Not sure if they will do that or not, but that's another initial concept that I've had for this. Anyway, let's get our hands on some axolotl here, just so that we can test this. So if I dunk you there, will you swim up and into this? Nope, of course you won't. Well, the rest of you won't have that luxury then. You're all going into the tunnel at some point. Yep, and yous all go. They are attempting to go up the waterfall and into it. I may just need to widen it, but that is pleasing to see that they are attempting at least. I think one of those axolotls have already made their way down into these tunnels here. I could be wrong about that. No, I see them here actually, so that is again really promising. Let's see then if we can get even more of them going through. Plum and me, on we go. Well, at least I'm doing as we're told. Well, I think the over idea could work out pretty well here. just if I could get a better way for the axolotl to get inside and get out of the water tunnels. But for now, I think I will get our idiots creating me some more stones, just so that I can get some more of this pavement placed down. Because if we want this water tunnel to go all around the industry district here, then we have quite a lot more dirt path to replace with stone. And that is a job that I am really not looking forward to doing here. So, you get the idea of what we're going for with this. Let's quickly check in on our idiots just before wrapping up, but I'm very happy with what we've done here so far. I think this will all certainly be more of an evolving project, just as we continue to build up with the rest of the industry district. Koa has finished up with the level 5 upgrade to our civic district's warehouse, and we have a lot more space within it now. He has moved on to upgrade our medieval spruce archery build to level 4, I believe. And the only thing on the list which caused a bit of concern to me was one spectral arrow, which will be another trip to the nether for me to go barter with some piglins for me thinks. But still very happy just letting him continue on with this. Jalia is still in the process of upgrading our sandstone farm, purely because I taught the sawmill the wrong recipe, so that's on me I suppose. Whereas with Riley, she has been getting on with a few upgrades of her own and has completed a few more guard towers around the agricultural district, and is in the process of upgrading a few courier huts around the place at the moment, so she's doing a fantastic job. And it's the same story with Ashley. She's also upgrading a few courier huts around here as well. Mariah is still upgrading our library, basically just waiting in on a stupid amount of bookshelves to be made, so that's not going to be done anytime soon. And finally with Ellison, she is just upgrading some guard towers as well, so that is equally just as boring. Well, that is the 2 abandoned quarries now turned into quarariums for our axolotls, and we've also made them this giant water slide to play around in. We will continue on with this water tunnel idea as we continue to build up the rest of the industry district, but overall, I am stupid pleased with how Axolotls Water Park is turning out.